I think another difference between the US and Europe when it comes to, eventually having more respect for Indians or immigrants in general is the fact that Europe, or most European countries, especially Western European countries, have built very strong social welfare states. Their institutions are very strong when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to education or free education, when it comes to the pension system, when it comes to the unemployment benefits. People pay a lot out of their salaries in these countries to support that kind of a social welfare system. It's not running on water, right? It needs a lot of money. So, in contrast, US does not really have that. US, I remember in the US, if you are earning, I don't know, $500,000, which is not uncommon, $500,000 a year. A lot of tech people, a lot of people in biotech at higher positions earn that kind of money. And let's say you get laid off or you get fired. In California, all you get as your unemployment income for only 6 months is actually $1,600 a month. In Austria, you get like 70% of your last salary. So if you were getting, let's say, 100,000, you will be getting 70,000. And you get it for an extended period, at least 1 year and up to 2 years. In Switzerland, it's similar. Germany is similar as well. Everybody is insured. Even when you lose your job, you still have insurance. Health insurance, I mean. In the US, most of the times you will lose your health insurance when you don't have a job. So these social safety nets are very strong in Europe. But as I said, it takes a lot of money to support these kind of social welfare states. It takes a lot of money to have free colleges. Universities are free. You can go and study medicine in Austria or in Germany, and you pay literally nothing. Now, of course, Europeans are very proud of that, and they look down on the US, when it comes to this, that US does a terrible job in this regard. And I think there is quite a bit of truth to that. But what happens is that when you are making such an effort to maintain the social welfare states, to fund these social welfare states, and you take a lot of pride in that, and then millions of people are coming from other parts of the world. They don't speak the language, they don't understand your culture. Most of them don't even have any technical training. They don't have any professional education, most of them. And they are going to now rely on your social welfare state for months, not only months, for years, often. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. I know that. I talk to people here. They don't like that. And I understand it. I understand it. It's understandable. You worked very hard, your parents worked very hard to support these systems. And then people are coming and they are benefiting from this without having contributed anything to it. So that really sucks. And that causes resentment, right? It's human nature. If I work very hard in this household and now my neighbor shows up and he says, oh, I want this and I want that from you and you owe me this, and I'm forced to share it, my wealth or whatever I have with the neighbor, while I know he didn't do anything, I will feel pretty upset, right? And that has happened in Europe, and that has led to anti-immigrant sentiment. And as I said, in general population, people don't differentiate, between me and a person from Iraq or a person from Syria, or a person from Afghanistan. They look at a brown person in the street, they think, ah, shit, this sucker, he's eating up our welfare system, eating up all our money. He's living off our money. That is how they feel. Now you may be paying much more in taxes than this person who's judging you, but that does not matter. It doesn't matter, right? Because the person cannot tell who the hell you are, because you are not walking around with your job title engraved over your forehead, So that is a fact. And to be honest with you, I think the governments in European countries, these Western European countries, have done a terrible job in terms of ensuring that these benefits are provided in a way that it's fair and it's not being abused. There has been extreme abuse of these benefits that have been offered to the asylum seekers. I have heard of stories, and these are not just stories, these are facts. For example, in the city of Vienna, there is a couple from Middle East. They have 2 kids. They don't have job, neither of them. And they get subsidized housing, or free housing actually, not subsidized, free housing. And altogether, they are getting around 6,000 euros net. They don't pay taxes on that. They're getting 6,000 euros net every month, which is incredible, because I can tell you that most Austrian couples are not earning that kind of money, even in good professions. So the system is being abused like hell, and the system is being abused like hell. And there is not much that the government is doing, because there are, within the country also there are always people or subset of population that is for these kind of policies, right? Otherwise, why would politicians do that? People have been extremely brainwashed to think in a specific way, and they are expected to just accept the indefinite funding and support for asylum seekers. In the US, as I said, these kind of social welfare systems, US is not a social welfare state. US has a very different kind of economy. They don't have these structures in place and these mechanisms in place to support even their own population. So even when somebody comes to the US as asylum seeker, they may get benefits for some time, but then they are expected to be standing on their own feet. They're expected to be contributing to the economy, finding a job. I think there is another factor that affects this assimilation and integration and the ability of the people who are coming into Europe or in the US, their ability to integrate and really become part of the society and a constructive part of the society is heavily influenced by the language. If somebody is coming from Middle East to Austria or to Germany, they don't speak German when they come here. Probably they don't speak German even after 10 years. German is not an easy language. Even for educated people, I struggled to learn German. I still struggle sometimes with German, especially to understand. So it's not an easy language. Now imagine people who have zero education and they are expected now to learn a brand new language, and the language skills are critical for finding a job, let alone not having any professional training, any skill set, any skilled training, or any specific kind of training that would get you jobs. So in the absence of all that, the integration becomes very difficult. I think the runway that is offered to asylum seekers in Europe is enormous. People can really count on the government or these welfare systems to support them for years. And a lot of people become lazy. Some try, but it's not easy to find jobs, as I said, without good language skills. Even if you want to work as a salesperson, you need to speak German, because the population here does not really speak English. Even if they can speak English, they don't want to speak English because German is their language. They expect you to speak German, which is understandable. But if you don't speak the language, then how should you get that job? Although I have seen lately that a lot of people in hospitality are getting jobs while they don't really speak any German. And as a customer, it can become very challenging, because now you cannot talk to somebody who either speaks German or speaks English, because they also don't speak English most of the times. So that is a big challenge. And again, when the local population here, Austrian population or German population or European population, is expected to keep funding this for years and years, and basically see all their social welfare system getting hollowed out, it hurts, right? It hurts. And then there are consequences which have to be faced by other immigrants who came through the proper channel and are having normal jobs, are contributing to the economy, are good citizens. So they also have to suffer. And that is a big problem in Europe. European economy is also struggling big time, thanks to the Ukraine war. A lot of this struggle is self-inflicted. Again, I don't want to make it too political because it doesn't help. Maybe I'll talk about this in a separate video. But I think the policies enacted by European Union Parliament were so stupid, and they just destroyed their own economy. Look at Germany. Germany used to be a powerhouse, economic powerhouse in Europe. Now it's struggling. Their economy is shrinking, is contracting. So altogether, this creates a lot of frustration for the society, for the native Europeans, for native Germans, for native Austrians. And now they vent their anger, their frustration at people who look like me. You don't have anything to do with all the problems that have been inflicted by these immigrants, but just because you look like them or you look different, you are kind of lumped into the same bucket, and now you have to face the consequences. You know, I think in the U.S. it is still very different, as I said, because most people are able to integrate faster because of the language. Most people around the world have some basic English skills, and once they come to the US, they quickly pick it up further. You know, they are further able to refine it, and at least to a level that they are able to go and work in some services jobs and stuff. They become independent, and the society or the Americans know that they are not withdrawing anything from their social welfare system, because there is none to start with, right? So they don't have that stress that, oh, they are taking away my money. So a big difference. That is a big difference. I think integration in the US is more rapid because people are often able to find jobs rather easily. Europe has too many layers of bureaucracy, of complexity, that you need this certification and that level of German skill and You need a specific degree or a certificate in a specific area to be able to work as a handyman or to be able to work as a plumber. In the US, as long as you can get the job done, you can find a job. You can work as a car salesman in Austria. You would need a specific education for that. I'm not kidding. Really, in Austria, Germany, there is a specific education to be a salesperson. You cannot just go and start working at a car dealership and sell cars. In the US, you can do that as long as you can speak some English, as long as you can talk to people. You can be a car salesperson. In Europe, that is not the case. They have some certification needed, some documentation needed. Doesn't matter what you do. And then people are not able to do anything. On top of that, you add a social welfare system which is so generous, and keeps feeding you for years and years, keeps paying your bills. Then what is the incentive to change? There is none. And I think integration or quick integration is very important, because once that happens, you see a purpose in your life. And in Europe, there are these ghettos, now, people coming from specific parts of the world. They are all living in these ghettos. Go to Paris, go to Brussels, go to Stockholm. You see these ghettos. And what happens there if 35-40% of the youth is not working? They don't have a job. They only speak the language they were speaking, before they came to these countries. What will happen? So becoming a part of a constructive part of or a contributing part of the society as soon as possible when you are young is very important. And I think US, the way the structure is in the US, for everything, it's much faster. The integration is much faster. And once you are integrated, you have purpose in life, and then you are not thinking about other crazy stuff. The likelihood of radicalization is much lower. In Europe, that is not happening, because the dumb policies in Europe won't allow that. They have too much bureaucracy. They love it. Yeah.